Amidst the horrors of Somalia, these men stand accused of atrocities.
I was beaten, and even they broke my teeth.
Yet Canada took them in. A Fifth Estate Special Edition next.
Explain to me why. I'm asking. Explain this.
The Fifth Estate. Tonight, a special Fifth Estate investigation. Out of the suffering of Somalia, a haunting presence in Canada.
The Canadian public should know this, that the war criminals are coming into this country and the government is not doing anything about it.
They were the henchmen of a brutal dictator. They stand accused of crimes against humanity. Now they're claiming to be legitimate refugees.
Potential war criminals, we all know that they've slipped through the crack.
From the killing fields of northern Somalia to the streets of Toronto, Victor Malarick exposes a legacy of horror and a trail of deception.
I have never did anything wrong to any Somali.
Good evening, I'm Victor Malarick. We've all recoiled in horror at the images of the dead and dying children of Somalia. It's an appalling and all too familiar litany of famine and starvation, but it's played out against a background of tribal warfare and cold-blooded Cold War politics. Tonight, in a special full edition program, we're going to show you how and why Somalia has become the latest hell on earth, and how some of the men responsible for that hell have managed to escape to Canada. They are the men who served Somalia's deposed dictator, Siad Barre, and helped him brutalize a nation while most of the world looked the other way. In the next hour, we'll reveal their secret escape routes through the United States, and we'll document how unprepared the Canadian government is to deal with men who stand accused of crimes against humanity. It's a story some people don't want you to see. In a forgotten corner of northern Somalia, this place is called the Valley of Death. The remains of 7,000 children, women, and men lie where they fell, mowed down by Somali government troops 4 years ago. It was one of Africa's bloodiest civil wars. In the fields nearby, instead of harvesting badly needed food, brigades of boys called Young Pioneers dig up a deadly crop. Landmines. This week alone, they've found 200. And all too often, the mines explode without warning. And all too often, there are victims. 57 casualties just in this hospital. It's the children who hurt the most. 8-year-old Awil was tending goats when a landmine blew off his hand and left him blind. Blind tribal hatred has left Somalia in ruins. The people of the north, from a clan called the Isaks, became targets of a war waged by a dictator, Siad Barre. He was from the south, a member of a clan called the Darads. In the end, all Somalis suffered at the hands of Siad Barre. The luckiest ones fled to refugee camps like this one in Ethiopia, and even as far away as Canada. About 30,000 Somalis have come since the fighting began, but the victims have not entirely escaped their persecutors. 2 years ago, Abdi Ali Nur Mohammed came to Canada as a refugee, claiming he was persecuted in Somalia. But back home, he's known as Judge Ali Nur. He sentenced dozens of people to death.
This man, he was a murderer. Like he was a killer. He was a dangerous man.
Not far away from Judge Nur,